Lana on my lap, so you're not going to hear the pitty patty feet. It's really funny when I do the how-tos or when I start these videos, because I think she's sitting nice and neatly on her chair, but instead, as soon as I say hello, she patters over because she wants to know what's happening. So what is happening? I thought I'd just do a little roundup of what's happened this week. With the sock knitting, I have picked up the stitches around the other sock, but I'm going to carry on with this one. So while I've picked up the stitches around there, I'm just going to carry on with that one. So that's how far I've got with the sock one. With the hat, I need to take back around. Like I said, I want to do these videos and be honest with the knitting journey, because like there in internet world, you always see, well, you don't always, but you see a lot of end products, and people don't always share with the mistakes they've made along the way. So I'm going to show you all the mistakes I make along the way, because that's part of knitting. Because one of the things that happens when people come into the studio is, well, with beginners anyway, or people that want to knit, they say, I can't knit because I make mistakes. And I just want to say, yeah, that's what happens when you knit. You knit and you make mistakes. So I was watching television and chatting to someone, and I made a mistake on the decrease round on my hat, because this is Socktober, so I'm knitting a hat as well as socks. Mostly knitting hat for the last few days. And anyway, on the decrease round, you do a decrease, a few stitches, and a decrease, and the repeat of it, because like I tried to make it so it's an easy repeat to follow, it's kind of decrease, don't decrease, decrease, don't decrease sort of thing. So over like a little line. Again, when you're knitting it, it might make more sense. When you're not knitting it, it doesn't make any sense. So what I did was I did 2 decreases in a row rather than do the not decrease. But I sort of equaled it out somehow. So when I got to the end of the repeat, I didn't have enough stitches left on my, well, I didn't get to the end of the repeat. I didn't have enough stitches left to do the whole repeat. But when I counted the stitches, I had the right amount of stitches. So my first initial thought was, oh my God, have I written the pattern wrong? But when I worked out all the maths, that worked out. So then when I went back, I looked back at my knitting and I saw that I had made a mistake. So I'm going to do a video on unknitting to show you how I unknit around, and hopefully I'll get that out tomorrow for you. Because like I said, unknitting is just as much of a process in knitting as knitting. Because yeah, we're all human, and especially the more experienced we are, we just get on with our knitting while doing something else, and then we look at it and go, I made a mistake there. So yeah, so that's the background on the knitting for this last few days, last week. I don't know when I started knitting the hat. I mean, I know when I started knitting the hat. I started knitting the hat at Yarndale, so that was what, the 23rd, 24th, 25th, something like that. Because when I'm at Yarndale, I like to have some knitting while, you know, in between people coming. But this year Yarndale was super busy, so I was always chatting with people. So I just cast on and did a round, I think, at Yarndale, and then since then I've been knitting the hat. But hopefully I'll finish it soon, because I really want to wear it, because it's getting chilly now. So yeah, so I haven't done too much on the sock, but I'm hoping to get the sock done over the next couple of days. Not done, I mean more of the sock knitted over the next couple of days. And yeah, in the shop, lots of people are coming out to buy knitting for autumn, winter, because yeah, it's turned chilly now, and the darker evenings, and that's just the perfect time to be knitting something. So sitting in, watching television, or listening to a podcast, or watching this while doing some knitting. And the interesting thing, the difference between what people purchase online and what people purchase in real life, and what people purchase at Yarndale. So at Yarndale, the most popular pattern was probably the Clacton sweater, which is knitted top down and in stripes. I'd say that one and the Popperwell, which is a Gansey type jumper inspired by fishermen's. But what is the most popular in the shop is the Sam jumper, and that's not popular online. So it's funny what's popular in real life and what's popular on the internet, which just always interests me. There's sort of like internet knitters and then there's real life knitters, which is a bit weird because you have real life people watching the internet. I'm sure you're all real life. So yeah, it's interesting what different things people want to knit in real life compared to what they want to knit online. Or maybe what people purchase online. Do you knit them? But then do you knit them? Oh, I'm going off on a ramble now. Anyway. But luckily my ramble is at the end of the video. 5 minutes is my limit. Then I'll start going off. Okay, all right. So yeah, speak to you next time. Bye.